All right, let's see what we got here. I guess we clocked in. Hey, what's going on, party people? Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. It's definitely a great pleasure having you guys here. I go by the name of L'Esprit. I am a spiritual healer. And essentially, what I do as a spiritual healer, I pretty much help you to become Christ like, Buddha like, Krishna like. And what that represents and what that means pretty much is that I help you to attain your highest level of consciousness. See, the Christ consciousness or the Buddha consciousness, it's not meant for just one person to have and then the rest of us, just be amazed by it. The point of Christ being the Christ for us is for you to inspire to become like him. This is how you strive for perfection yourself. This is how you better yourself. This is how the word, in other words, has become flesh. So I help for the word to become flesh. I help you to manifest the divinity in you by becoming your greatest version. So that's what being Christ-like, Buddha-like, and Krishna-like is. And I do that pretty much by holding the mirror of wisdom, or spirituality for lack of a better term, so you can see yourself, and seeing yourself in terms of mentally and emotionally. Now, for you to attain your highest level of consciousness, it's imperative that you become mentally and emotionally balanced, because your emotions have a direct impact on how you see things, and so does your intellect, obviously. As a man thinketh, so his reality. And again, a big part of what I do too, it's like, because I feel like as long as a lot of us, we don't stick to this reality. And what I'm trying to say by this is, as long as you're seeking for a way to escape this reality, I feel like you're never gonna be better. As long as we are all trying to escape this reality, let's just say this heaven that you need to get, you saying to yourself that you're gonna go to, you gotta step into it now. If you don't step into it now, because that's the whole purpose of Jesus even telling you, when you say you saved, are you just saved because you go to church? Or you just saved because you read the Bible? The deeds there are some practical things that has to take place. Your transformation, it's a must. You truly have to become a different person. And by becoming a different person, let's just say, at first you were born of flesh, but to be born again at this time is to be born spiritually. Meaning now you start looking at this world from your spiritual insight. Now you no longer see, let's just say, the illusion. Now you see the truth. You have the ability to see beyond the veil. But for you to do that, you would have to become mentally and emotionally balanced. And that's what becoming Christ-like is. And this is why we all should be inspired to be that. That's the point, that's the purpose. That's why Jesus told you, not just anybody that says my name will automatically get into the kingdom of God. Because this is a practical matter. You literally have to change. You gotta be better. Otherwise, how good is God in your life? Or Jesus even in your life? Do you see what I'm saying? You should become the light for others. Other people should be looking at you and go like, damn, let me follow your Christ. And that is not just in your words, but it has to manifest in your deeds. But anyway, becoming, the Christ consciousness or becoming Christ-like, that's what this is all about. Now, I just told you about mentally and emotionally balanced because your emotion plays a big part in how you see things. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's a reason why they say, not to make decisions when you're mad, nor to make promises when you're too happy. Because when it settles down, you know what I'm saying? When things start to settle in, you're like, why did I do that? Do you see what I'm saying? So therefore, being emotionally unbalanced in that moment, you were not able to see everything that was in front of you. And the same thing also happens when you're not mentally balanced, especially if you're under mind control. And just so you guys know, mind control, it's not a conspiracy theory. It's something as simple as, let's just say, you were trained to think a certain way. If somebody gives you something, what do you say? Thank you. So that's mind control right there. Why do I have to say thank you because you give me something? Do you see what I'm saying? But they're training you to do things like that. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't be doing it. I'm not saying it's not nice. It's not a nice thing to do. But I wanted to use that to show you that mind control is not as bad as you guys think it is. It doesn't necessarily mean something bad. What it simply means is that they're telling you what to think. Society tells you what to think. Your culture tells you how to think. The school that you go to, it shapes your mind a certain way. For you to think for yourself now, you would have to be aware of what is it that, or what is the understanding, or how is school shaping my mind? How is it the culture, the American culture that you living in, that you are part of, how is that making you think? Do you see what I'm saying? And that's what we're talking about here. And trust and believe, anything that you come in contact with, you having a relationship with, you have to understand that. Your job, there's a certain way, your job wants you to be. Do you see what I'm saying? It shapes your mind a certain way. Some people, because they go to school, they go to college, college makes you feel like you better than somebody else. For the most part, because you're the one making the difference and all that good stuff, and you tend to feel like you are you're a little bit better than someone else. You made better decisions. Or if you don't want to call yourself better than somebody else, then you made better decision than somebody else. Meanwhile, I'm not criticizing none of it. I'm just trying to get you to be aware of that. And most importantly, I'm telling you what mind control is. So for you to be mentally balanced, you have to be the one controlling your own mind. If you're being triggered, that's because you're not emotionally balanced. But anyway, so I help you with these things because for you to become, Christ-like, these things have to become in harmony. You have to be mentally and emotionally balanced. And last but not least, as a spiritual healer, spirituality is the core of my teaching. Everything that I speak of comes from spirituality. And when I'm talking about spirituality, there's a few misconceptions when it comes to spirituality, right? So the very first one is that people don't really see how that relates to them. You don't see your connection with spirit. You don't see how are you relating to the term spirituality, because we always look at it as something that's outside of us. And for the most part, we see it that way because, again, you are trained to only look at yourself from a physical perspective. So a lot of us, we only see half of who we are. We don't fully know who we are. Because for you to fully know who you are, you would have to master not just the physical aspect of you, the psychological and the emotional side of you has to be mastered as well. And those are the non-physical aspect of yourself. And for you to be Christ-like, or for you to be fully developed as a human being, you have to embody both your physical and the non-physical aspect of yourself. This is pretty much what my justice is all about. Or when we talk, or if I'm talking, in fact, I will be talking about perfection. That's what perfection is all about. To be perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect is for you to embrace your physical and the non-physical aspect of you. It has nothing to do with you being flawless. Because a lot of us, again, we look at ourselves from a one-sided perspective. And the more, and this is what we're going to be talking about too tonight, the more the more imperfection you see in yourself. It's like that's how you're going to be looking at this world. And of course, there's layers in that too. There's layers in it. In fact, there was a gentleman who actually, oh man, it was such a great statement, and I don't think he even understood what he said. But anyway, there was a that says we are dust. So technically, what that passage was saying is that not only that we are dust, but we are like the part of us that is great is only the divine in us. But that's the point. That is the point. The point is for you to look at yourself past the dust, past the physical, past, the flesh. That is the point. That's how you attain that highest level of consciousness. That's exactly it. I mean, that very, verse is not intended to let you know that you ain't shit, but it's there to point you to see the greatest in you. But you can only see it. I mean, you can only become it by seeing it. Because when you see the divine in you, trust and believe. Like, how do you see the divine in you and yet still looking at yourself as being a nobody? It doesn't make sense. And the more you see yourself as being, the more imperfection you see in you, the more you're going to see this world as being not perfect. But anyway, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here because, I was just sitting down and I was just tapping into that. I mean, it's technically another way of saying as a man thinketh, so he becomes. When we say life is what you make it, that's exactly what we're talking about. Your subjectivity is your reality. And to be born again, this is now at this point, just like we were born, listen, as a child, and we all did it. We walked around, we used to touch shit, we put shit in our mouth, and as you grow a little bit older, you're going through life. The things that are pleasurable, we do it. The things that are painful, we stay away from it. That's looking at yourself only from a physical perspective. But as you start to grow or develop your inner sight, your inner vision, then now you start to understand, wait a minute, this could be painful, but I was able to learn from it. I was able to grow from it. In fact, for me to grow, you got to go through pain. Your growth, it enters, or the light, as my man Rumi says it, the light enters through your wounds. So now you got to start changing your perspective now. This is what being born again is. This is when now you start to look at this reality from a whole different perspective. That's what the growth is all about. This is how you slowly but surely start to change. And then now, I know for me, golly, it's like I got to a point now where it's like all I see around me is fucking perfection. And I'm not saying this because I am delusional. No, 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 no. I still see people killing other people. I still see jealousy, betrayal, all that shit. But you know what I also see, and I understand it. They're no different than me. And I understand they are who they are and how they are because of ignorance, bro. You are your own karma. You know what I'm saying? When we say life is what you make it, that's telling you are. I mean, it's you. That's why I always tell you guys that when Jesus said he is the way, you are the way too. The Saul that became Paul, whatever the fuck, he had to open up to that. He had to change. That's because you are the way. Do you see what I'm saying? And this is why it's important. You have to be in touch with this reality. The Christ consciousness, you have to get in heaven now. As long as you're trying to escape this reality and then somehow you're going to go to a heaven that is somewhere else, this is wishful thinking. There's no growth. You will not strive for you to be better. But if you understand, you are your karma. And karma, by the way, guys, it's not necessarily a bad thing like a lot of us tend to look at karma. No, man. We all plant what we seed. I mean, we all rip what we sow. I mean, if that's what you planted, well, that's what you're gonna get. That goes for everybody. Do you see what I'm saying? For me, that's why I'm like, hey, man, that's why I don't even judge anybody. Or even try to come at, because, hey, what you see is what you get. What you do, it's on you. And that goes for everybody, including myself and you watching me now. But anyway, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here, going back to the conversation at hand in terms of what I do and you being mentally and emotionally balanced. Oh, no, I think I was talking about spirituality. The misunderstanding. It's not a belief system. A belief system is also part of it too. But as you can see here, I'm looking at it from a deeper perspective. This is not me telling you my God is better than your God. This is me telling you, hey, man, be aware of your God because you act like your God. Word to the wise, man. You act like your God. And when you truly understand that, then this God, that God, her God, it really don't matter. It really doesn't matter. But also, ultimately, too, if the ultimate goal is for you to go within, because as far as I'm concerned, because I study the Gnostics, the Masons, the one thing they are all talking about is you to go within. The kingdom of God is inside of you. The Buddha means to wake up. The lotus is in your heart. It's you. So as far as I'm concerned, I mean, they say it in different form, but they're all saying the same thing. And if they're all saying the same thing, now which God is greater than what? Than who? Because ultimately, you're going to have to go within. Do you see what I'm saying? And this is also a practical way of looking at God too, as having that deeper understanding. But when you don't see it from that perspective, then you know what? Muhammad or Islam, this is not the real God, this is fake, this is fake, this is fake. And then now what you're calling real, it's not even the experience that you're calling real. What you're calling real, it's a matter of, it's a following. It's what sector are you part of? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's like, which gang are you down with? That's pretty much what it really comes down to when you're saying this God is better than that God. But anyway, and again, spirituality, it's a deeper understanding of these things. And this is where I'm coming from. It's not a belief system. It's not me telling you I'm more knowledgeable than you or my God is better than yours. No, no, no. This is why over here, I connect everything together. I see voodoo in Christianity. I see voodoo in Buddha. I see Buddha, like I see it all as one. Do you see what I'm saying? And shit, ancestors. What religion do you know who does not address ancestors? And even if you're a Christian, you may not use the word ancestors, but Jesus died, right? Is he alive? By alive, what I'm saying is, it's not in this physical world. If it's not in this physical world, well, what you call angel, what you call spirit, what you call whatever the fuck, I mean, it's all the same thing, but just different names. Do you see what I'm saying? And this is, I mean, shit. Anyway. But anyway. So, so I speak from a spiritual perspective. That's what, everything that I'm saying here, it's not from a Christian background, it's not from a Buddhist, but it's from a spiritual perspective, which pretty much embodies all of these things. Because when you have Jesus or you have God in your life, it must manifest into your reality. And even Jesus told you that. Or faith without deeds is dead. Well, shit. In other words, what this is telling you is you have to show it. If you're a man of Jesus, a man of God, well, show it. If you are the light of the world, what makes you the light of the world if you're not illuminated? If you're not shining, how are you the light of the world? Do you see what I'm saying? Or are you just a follower now? If you're a follower, this is different. Now, I'm not speaking for followers. I'm speaking for those, at one point who was followers, as I was, but yet, there was something else that you're seeking for. That inner vision, that greater understanding. And if you're ready, don't worry about it. I'm here. I got you. So that's what spirituality is, man. It's a deeper understanding of who we are. And I always like to take the time to talk about it because, of some of the connotation that it comes with, the belief systems and mine's better than yours, or I don't believe in this God, you don't believe in that God, and, that kind of separation, whereas God is everywhere, bro. Just like I was telling you guys, God is everywhere. There was a guy in the Bible named Job. This nigga said God give and God takes away. So in other words, he saw God even when shit that was happening in bad shit. And this is why I was telling you, for me, when, of course, and then I realized, to the pure, all is pure. As I have attained perfection within myself, then I'm seeing perfection all around me. It doesn't mean there's nothing bad. It doesn't mean that fucking exists. What I'm saying is all of those bad things amount to something. They're all part of everything. For you to become the person that you are, listen, man, it's a combination of good and bad shit. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when you start seeing it from that perspective, it's like, whoa. I mean, if something bad is serving me, in fact, listen, who do you know in the Bible, the so-called men of God, from Abraham, Moses, even Jesus, who didn't go through bad shit? That is showing you the bad shit that you go through plays a big part in your elevation. And if that's the case, how bad is it? Why is it that everybody who's so-called the men of God, you have to go through shit, bro? And ill shit too, foul shit. Betrayal, all kinds of shit. I know for me, oh my God. Oh man. Man, I was betrayed for 40 fucking years, bro. Over 40 years. Because I was illegally adopted. You know, people been lying to me all my fucking life. And all of that was just to sacrifice me to fucking get my inheritance. Because I came with money. You know, I mean, I was always, you know, I was always a golden child. Both spiritually and physically, nigga. But anyway, I'm saying all of that to say, you know what I'm saying? Like, how bad is it, bro? And for me to become a spiritual, like, fucking healer, nigga, like, for me to heal you, I had to heal myself from a lot of fucked up shit. Oh, man, listen. Real fucked up shit, bro. Foul shit. Hate, jealousy, all kinds of fucked up shit, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So again, the point of what I'm making here, it's anyway, man. Like, I'm getting a little bit ahead of my of the conversation here. So hold on to that. Let's finish up the whole spirituality shit first, and then we're gonna get into the meat and potatoes, right? So yeah, man. So that spirituality, you know, it's a deeper understanding of who you are. When you strip everything away from you, every man, anybody, then you realize you are a living, thinking thing, for lack of a better term, if you don't want to call it spirit, or if you don't like the word energy. This is who we are. Your thinking determines your life. That's for everybody. I mean, you can't, that's why they tell you, man, without confidence, if you don't see greatness in you, how are you going to be great? You're not going to be great. I mean, even if you want to call it God in you, whatever the fuck you want to label that, you have to see it in you. Call it, I'm nothing, and because I have God in me, or because I follow God, you know, I mean, there's something that has to be great that's going to give you great results. That's how it goes. You label it however you want to label it. And if somehow you see it in you, this is why they tell you if you see it, you can achieve it. This is what Jesus meant by when you eat my flesh or you drink my blood, then you become like me. When you understand the Christ, when you have the Christ understanding, then you're going to become the Christ, bro. A lot of you don't see the Christ in you because you don't have the Christ understanding or intelligence. In the Gita, the Bhagavad Gita, they call it Godhead. If you don't adopt that Godhead, Well, shit. Or if you don't have the Holy Spirit in you, how are you gonna be of come on, man. To the pure, all is pure. Do you see what I'm saying? And people who don't see great things in them, you're never gonna be great. I'm sorry to. I mean, I'm not even sorry to say it. It's just this is what it is. And this is how you are the way. You know, people who think money's everything, they'll do everything for money, bro. But if you don't see money as everything, there's no way you're gonna do money. I mean, you're gonna do anything for money. So I'm saying that to say there's a direct relation, your reality and your thinking. You know, it reflects it. This is why the words has to become flesh. But most importantly, this is why you have to see the God in you for you now to become that example. You know, you being, you know, I don't know, how is it called in the Bible? The wedding, you being the wife of Christ, man. Like, I mean, shit, you got to match up that Christ energy somehow. I mean, you have to be, are you worthy of Christ? And if you nothing and somehow you accept Christ, do you continue to be nothing? Or do you, now at this point, you become something? And if at this point you become something, then that means you're no longer nothing. Then now you're going to have to live Christ-like. Do you see what I'm saying? There's layers in this. There's levels in this. So that's what I really like about the guy, I can't recall his name, who left that comment in one of my shit, because I was talking about humility, and then he thought he's gonna give me a lesson of what humility is. Thank you. Lesson well reserved. I mean, well received, sir. Oh, ma'am. I mean, shit. I mean, I just, you know, well received. You know what I'm saying? To those who have, you're going to have more. And those who think they have, you know, they're going to take away the little bit that you have. And then the one who has is going to have more. That's the way it goes. So what you did, it was just for me. And ironically, you didn't even understand what I mean, in your mind, I think you understand it. But hey, anyway. So this is what spirituality is. And as a spiritual healer, this is everything that I'm talking to you about here. My understanding, my perspective derives from spirituality. So if you want to judge me, judge spirituality, motherfucker. I speak in the name of the Spirit, of the living understanding. You know, not of trying to get you to escape, not of promising of anything. I speak of, you know, that very essence of who we are. So let's delve right into the conversation now. Oh, and I forgot to mention about the esoteric knowledge, you know, the occult. I talk about it so many times, but let me, So, and then on the flip side of spirituality, you have what is called those sacred texts. This is what the Bible should be for you guys. What you're thinking the Bible is for you, right? The Word of God, right? Now, that Word of God is an understanding of those divine aspects of yourself. This is why the Bible is not to be taken literally. It's an esoteric knowledge. You know, it's not to go for the letters. The Bible is not meant for you to walk around and reciting verses or references. It's meant for you to know those references and for you to put life into those references, meaning you having the understanding of what you're reading. But it takes also you, the Spirit in you, to make sense of what the letters are saying. That's how you breathing life into the letters. And that's what the Bible also tell you too. The letters kill when you're looking at it from a letter perspective. And in my last recording, in fact, I talked about that. When I was saying that we become, I mean, in not just this era, but for a very long time, and this is why the knowledge is no longer as it used to be. When you read about the Egyptians, when you see how these motherfuckers were living, they were living godly. Our ancestors were living godly. Jesus was living godly. Buddha was living godly. But because we don't care about the experience, or because we don't understand that we must become that very thing that we're looking at, then now we're not partaking in it. So that become a thing of the past. Not a thing, not a living thing, not the present for you. And yet again, we all like to say the living God is a present God. Niggas. Truly? Really? Really, niggas? If he's a living God, that means the God that existed yesterday is still here. That means the reality, the things that Jesus did, you can do them too. Who Jesus represented, you should represent that too. How else is this word a living word for you, my friend? How is it a living experience for you? Because it was that for Jesus. So that tells me, if it's not a living thing for you, so that tells me, you don't know about the living God. Because it's not in your life. Yeah, you talk about it though. You talk a good game. Oh yes. I mean, verses, you could drop, all that. And guess what? And that's what even the word was telling you. You saying Jesus and all that shit, even church, it becomes, it's a social thing to do, man. It's a social thing. But the true evolution, your true transformation, it have to deal with the experience. That's what makes it a living God. That's what makes it the living word. The living word, you have to become that. But anyway, and that's what I help you with too. That's the inner sight that I'm giving you. And I'm giving you that inner vision by helping you to reflect on those words and also yourself. And this is how I hold the mirror of wisdom, bro, for you to see you. You take it with yourself, motherfucker. You got yourself to either praise or you got yourself to either blame, motherfucker. It's on you. But anyway, then now, what the Bible is supposed to be, that esoteric knowledge. Meaning the type of knowledge now that is teaching you about your inner self, the man within. This is why when we even talk about the occult, some of the basic shit they will teach you is to understand your subconscious mind. And yet, what is the subconscious mind? Where is it located? You don't see it. You don't even know about it until you become aware of it. And as you become aware of it, then you realize now we have a lot of things that are dormant in us. You have to awaken them. This is where now there's a lot of tools, your meditation comes in. This is where now when we use statues, certain things, we're not worshiping clays, sir or ma'am. That's for dummies. When you look at the Sphinx is talking to your soul. That's why some people, when you see certain statue, you automatically say, oh, this is ugly. Or this is satanic. But you don't understand this is a tool. And what jumps in you is that reflection. Showing you even afraid of a fucking clay, nigga. But yet you're a man of God. You truly a pussy. You see a Baphomet statue, oh, this is the devil. I wonder if you see it at night, what the fuck would you do? And yet this is your own spirit that jumps. But see, the true masters, we know how to use that to solidify our spirit. But anyway, that's for the grown-ups, man. You know, let's keep it. All right, hey. You know what I'm saying? That's that real shit. Anyway, those are tools. You know, meanwhile, what you have in today's religion, right? They say not to worship statues. They don't worship idols. Kudos, great. But yet, using the invisible God to gain material shit. You make that shit make sense to me. I mean, you know what I'm saying? When you see those Egyptians, when I use the skull, this is, to me, I'll use that for my greater self. See this here. Life is death, man. Death is life. However the fuck you want to put it. Shit. I was born dead, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I am the sacrificial lamb. These motherfuckers, they didn't know. I was spiritually marked, bitch. Oh, Scotty didn't know. Scotty, you didn't know, huh? Did you? Okay. Don't worry about it. I mean, hey, man. If you're gonna find out either way. The proof was in front of you. But, you know, you choose to act like you don't see. You choose to act blind. Don't worry about it. You're going to feel it. If you don't see it, you're going to feel it. That's how it goes. But anyway, let's get back to the conversation at hand. And I'm not going to keep you guys too long here because I got to roll out of here. 42 minutes. I think this is enough. But anyway, let's get right into it. It's everything I was talking about before, man. The more you see imperfection in you, well, guess what? That's how you're going to see this reality. You know, a lot of people, you don't learn from the bad shit that happens to you. You don't see it as a blessing. You don't see it as your teacher. Even your enemies are your best teachers, bro. The people who betrayed me, they were my best teachers. This is why for me, and I'm saying this wholeheartedly, and I'm saying this publicly too, like shit, I mean, it's nothing personal. I forgive all of them. But now that doesn't mean, though, justice not gonna be served. That's a whole different ball game. Do you see what I'm saying? Forgiveness is for myself. Do you see what I'm saying? They were my what's the word here that I'm looking for? There's a terminology, something tool. I mean, pedestal. They were my pedestal. You know, I used them to elevate. They thought they were using me. I was the one using them. And after I used you, I became myself. I have no need for you. This is why, like, to me, the things in the past are definitely in the past for me. I mean, my enemies, hey, listen, man, like, you mean nothing to me anymore. Because I use you as I did. I mean, as I should. And I thank you for it, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to hang around. Like, for what? For what? To do what? Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, you played yourself. This is for my greatness. Everything you did contributed to my greatness. And this is why I would forever love you. And then that's it. You're a thing of the past for me, man. This is a new life for me. You know, man? Why the fuck? Why would I be binded to bullshit? I got the lesson already. There's nothing for me to be binded to. Do you understand what I'm saying? You guys were my pedestal, man. And again, this is how I was able to heal myself too. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, truly, man, I see perfection all around me. And trust me, man, listen. Man, when my shit comes out, you'll see what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But this is when you realize, hey, if everything that happens to you is not happening to you, it's happening for you, how bad is it? See, this is when now you have to adopt the God mentality. Because anybody who have ever been a man of God, guess what? Job, another motherfucker. That's my story too. Sold by his own family. I mean, the only twist in my story, though, you know, man, these motherfuckers are gone. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's not, it has nothing to do with me. Every man, we all reap what we sow, man. They planted mango. You gonna expect to get fucking tomatoes? It doesn't work that way. What the fuck? I have a lot of people niggas I don't even fucking know. Lawyers, motherfucking judge, doctors. I don't even know who went at me, and and the law too. Listen, the law's been fucking me up too, man. Man, you know what I'm saying? It's they love me. Yeah, what else can I say? For the love of money. But it's, again, you know what I'm saying? That is that's their downfall, not mine. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm responsible. Like, hey, I just healed myself. Listen, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Forgiveness is for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's for you, man. Because if you don't forgive you, I mean, the only person you have to forgive is you. I'm okay with me, bro. But what they do got nothing to do with me. And this is also why, as you attain perfection yourself, the world around you change. And that's what I'm saying by me seeing perfection around me. This is nowhere near me being delusional at all. Trust and believe. Trust and believe, nigga. This is speaking from a higher understanding. This is me seeing good in bad and bad in good. You may think you're doing good for your kids, and then it's bad for them. That's why you have to allow them to fall. And then now you teach them, why did you fall? So you know how to get up. This is one of my favorite lines from Batman, Christopher Nolan. Oh my God. Why do we fall, man? So you know how to get up. If falling's teaching you how to get up, is that falling? You see, this is where, again, as long as you have to tap into this reality, the minute you're not in tune with this reality, you're not gonna be better. Like God, if you don't see God in this life, if you don't see God around you, you're not gonna see God. You're not gonna enter the kingdom of God. You gotta see God right here, right now. How do you strive for perfection? How do you get better? How do you use Jesus, and yes, yet you haven't transformed? You're not a better man that you were before. And I'm not saying, okay, you don't go to parties anymore. No, 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 that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Like, I know for me, there's certain things that I don't do anymore, but it's not because, in fact, it's because I no longer find pleasure in them. And that's growth too. And that's part of the Christ consciousness and awareness too. It's taking place naturally. Do you see what I'm saying? Not to show you that I'm a better person. None of that shit. So again, Christ is a living thing, is a practical thing. Spirituality is a practical thing. Do you see what I'm saying? A lot of us, it's almost like people look at spirituality almost like the way they would look at philosophy. And even philosophy too. It's a practical thing. This is reflecting the very reality that you're living in and the complexity in it. If you don't question or examine your own life, hey, as my man said, man, listen, man, I mean, you don't even have a life. Because this is what comes with this life. So again, if you're not tapping into this life, if you don't, listen, if you don't see God in this reality, if you somehow not, applying yourself in this reality, you're not going to go nowhere, bro. I don't care what anybody's promising you. In fact, that's what the okie doke is. Do you see what I'm saying? Well, it's not just that, but we all talk about, okay, when you go to heaven, okay, isn't it based on what you do here? If it's based on what you do here, so you have to enter heaven here. So heaven has got to be here. If it's what you do or how you live your life that's going to get you into heaven, then you got to be in heaven right now. If not, you know what I'm saying? However you choose to dissect it. It all comes down to the practicality. The words got to be made flesh. But anyway, so we were talking about, listen, man, the more imperfection you see in yourself, well, guess what, man? Because when people are telling you about how fucked up this world is, right? Hey, listen. And I do understand, and this is also for my so-called, the spirit, like, let's just say the conscious community too. Because they also have this misunderstanding on, like, this is hell. Do you see what I'm saying? And the misunderstanding that they have about that, even the Gnostics, and I see a lot of people don't fully understand what the Gnostics is really talking about. The Gnostic, what they fully telling you is telling you to go beyond what you see. So therefore, because a lot of us, we only look at life from a good perspective, they're giving you the opposite of that too. Just so you could balance, you can find the balance. And then when you find the balance now, then to the pure, all is pure. That's another, there's layers in it. There's layers in it. But if you somehow find yourself stuck and somehow, I can't wait to get out of this fucking earth, you failed. You haven't fully developed. And this is why the true masters, earth doesn't matter to us. And this is why also you must bring the new heaven and the new earth in here. You have to bring that. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, for you to say, let's just say you can't wait to get out of here, that's because you haven't mastered yourself here. Because if you mastered yourself here, well, nigga, doesn't matter. Does it? In other words, it's just another way of saying when you can't wait to get out of here, so you can't wait to go to heaven? You're escaping this reality too. You just a step above the Christian, but essentially you talking the same shit. I mean, it's almost like shit. It's just like, and to me, that's even worse because now you know more. How do you know more just to talk like them? This is crazy. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because the whole idea, when you transcend this reality, that's how you elevate. The God that you are, wherever you came from, it has to manifest here. That's how you become the gods walking amongst men. This is when, now at this point, you know what I'm saying? You have to be that. And when you become that, it doesn't matter. Because now you're still him. The God that you claim to be where you came from, it has to be, you have to be that here. And to be that here, well, you have to bypass by transcending, having a deeper understanding of who you are. Again, not escaping this reality, but having a deeper understanding of it. Seeing beyond the veil. And if you see beyond the veil, well, guess what? You've seen the truth. You become the truth. Oh, death, where's your victory? I know who I am. Do you see what I'm saying? So, but then again, going back to, unfortunately, man, to the pure, all is fucking pure. The more imperfection you see in you, well, guess what? The more you're going to see this reality as being as such. Life is truly what you make it, bro. And if that's the case, what are you making out of this? Do you see what I'm saying? But not just that too, to my conscious community. If you so much of a God, well, you here, right? Okay, well, if you here, what are you going to do? I mean, you would have somehow your God consciousness about wherever the fuck you came from, that was in that God level, got you here. Unless you're saying you're here by fucking accident. Or did you choose to come here? Well, if you do, well, shit, nigga, God up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if that's a word, but hey, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, muscle up, man. God up. You know what I'm saying? Increase your divinity, man. Show me what you're made of, nigga. Because I don't think your spirit would somehow make a mistake. Did it? Are you a mistake here? Do you see what I'm saying? So again, man, to the pure, all is pure. Even when you're looking at this reality, man, and this is what some of the motivational speakers are trying to tell you, man. Like, if you fall, like, James Brown, not James Brown, Les Brown. Shout out to James Brown though. I had this thing, if you when you fall, if you can look up, well, you can get up. Well, motherfucker, shit. What does that tell you? If you can look up, you can get up. What does that tell you, man? You're greater than this. Know who you are. In other words, these things are there to serve you, not against you. And that's what we say when life happens to you. Shit, nigga, I know, trust me. And nigga, I carried my own cross, man. Trust me, nigga. Woo, woo. Hey, man, you don't even have to trust me. I mean, shit. Look at Job, man. Like, man, when my story comes out, nigga, whew, when I'm talking about being sabotaged, baby mother working with the fake mother against me, man, it's like, man, if I didn't know any better, I would think life is against me, bro. And that's what they wanted me to see. And guess what, man? Man, listen, man. You tell me what side I look better on. They couldn't touch me, nigga. Not a bruise on me. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, hammer shatters glasses, but it forges weapon, nigga. It forges fucking sword. I'm a living weapon. You see what I'm saying? So again, and shit, man, and life, nigga. 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 And even the way I'm talking to you, you would think that this shit is over. I'm still going through it. But I understand it, though. Oh, man, I'm shit. You know how, man, I carry my cross with my pinky now. That's how good I got with it. Do you see what I'm saying? And that doesn't mean like tomorrow I may be like, oh, fuck. Oh, okay, again. But it's all good, though. You know what I'm saying? And this is how I get to fight this fight as a God. When you get to live this life as a God, it means you transcend this reality. That's what it means. When Jesus fought this for you as the divine, that's what it means. My fight is your fight. That doesn't mean you're not gonna go through your own fight, though. Oh, you shit, nigga. Listen, all men has to go through their fight, men or women. You know, I mean, by men I say women too. I'm not sexist over here. You know what I'm saying? Every nigga, man, or niggerettes. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. Hey, blood, sweat, and tears, nigga. Yes, sir. All of us gotta earn your stripe, baby. But what I'm truly saying, though, see, that's what I want you to understand. I'm not discrediting. I'm not removing that out of it. In fact, that is a big part of it. And because of that, and when you have that understanding, then you realize, man, it's all for the best. It all plays, man, listen, this is perfection here, bro. Good, bad, evil, people killing each other. Listen, man, I mean, I hope when you get to see it but you have to attain that level, though. I know what you're gonna say. Hey, listen, man, this is not for you, baby. This is not for you. What I'm talking about here, this is, man, this is, you have to see it. You have to attain that level for you to see it. You can't see it if you didn't have not attained God. Listen, you have to, man, Godhead. You have to attain that level of Godhead, bro. But not just that, just so you guys know too, man. And shout out to man now. Hey, man, before I even finish, let me take the minute to salute all of my ancestors, and also the people, especially my ancestors and the people, my guides, the archangels, the spirits, some of you, I talk to you in private. I'm not going to say your name because I don't want them to know. But Papa Lik Ba Dumbala, all y'all niggas, The other ones, you listen, I'm not going to call you out. Thank you, motherfuckers. You hear me? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen, man. Yo, I roll with superheroes, man. I tell these niggas, man, man, niggas, listen, man. They see me by myself. They think I'm by myself. I'm surrounded by superheroes, man. Oh, man. The shit I have experienced, I gotta put it in the book, though. Man, they let me know, nigga, you not by yourself. They make a believer out of me. You know, that's their doing. You know what I'm saying? Blaming on them. Shit, God over everything, nigga. Everything. Over everything. I stand on that. Man, we stand in sacred ground, baby. Man, I stand on that good foot. You hear me? Anyway. So, my man, Sifri Manel, he was talking some shit. Because, at times, we all do it too. This is Jesus going into the temple and start talking some shit. Chasing niggas out. You know what I'm saying? Calling niggas out too. At times, in the name of the truth, we got to do what we do. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so this nigga. So he was saying how this is Earth School, man. Hey, man, and listen, man, you're going to learn either way. Either way. God's purpose will be manifested here either way. Either if you fuck up your own life, you're going to learn. Or if you use your pain, you better your life. Either way, you're gonna get it. This is Earth School, nigga. We're all gonna have to put up with, man, listen, man. I mean, shit, because he was talking his shit too, but, you know what I'm saying, I gotta shout him out because, apparently, because he knows. That was for you, baby. And thank you, sir. He's smiling down on me, man. I see you, nigga. Man, my first encounter with this brother, man, let me say this, man. This is around the time when I first started to astral travel. Then when I met him, and then he called me out, he said my name. I'm like, you know my name? He was like, yeah, I know who you are. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? You know me? Shit, no wonder why he knew me, though. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them, man, they passed the baton. Oh, man. Oh, man, the great motherfucking Dr. Lila Africa. He plays a big part, too. Oh, man, this man here. Because I didn't know that he passed away. This is when, I was going through, and then he came and pulled me up. He was the one that did that for me. Thank you, sir. You know what I'm saying? He pulled me up. And again, I gotta have to pull that shit in the book, man. Man, a lot of fucking experiences. Oh, man. And then he was, listen, man, I got initiated by this nigga too. He was the one giving me the work. And then he took me to one of his lectures. And then he was holding this ankh, right? And he said, do you see that? You remember that? And I'm like, yeah, I saw it, yeah. And then, listen, I can't tell you that much, man. You know what I'm saying? It was for me, though. You know what I'm saying? He was teaching me, like, hey, man, this is when I was stepping into wisdom. And then he showed me, hey, listen, man. You know what I'm saying? You sound good. You know some shit, my nigga. But you don't know shit until you know this. Oh, okay. 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 Okay, man. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta shout out all my ancestors, man. Like, again, the collective. You know what I'm saying? I'm you and you me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm me and I'm them. You know. Oh man, there's something else about that too, man. And you know Dumbala too. You already know, baby. You know what I'm saying? Lilith. Ah, you know what I'm saying? Listen, man. You know, I got shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm, mm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay. So, anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go on that note. Again, man, to the pure, all is pure. You know, the more you start to see you when you strive for perfection, as you should, and striving for perfection doesn't mean you're gonna be flawless, my friend. What it simply means is that you're gonna become more in harmony with yourself, with your subconscious mind. Your actions and your words will become one. And as you're becoming more, you know, the words is becoming flesh, is becoming, you becoming that. Oh man, then you'll start seeing perfection everywhere. You'll see God everywhere, good or bad. Besides, when you understand death, even when we talk about death, I know a lot of us, it could be a hard thing for us to talk. I mean, this is just transition, baby. You know, obviously, being a medium myself, I know it's transition. Regardless of how bad somebody died, or I understand you may miss them, you know, you may miss their physical presence. But hey, man, everybody, they're all here, man. Everybody's alive, nigga. They're all alive. Now, for you to see them, that's when now they have to take on the suit. And that's what being born is. And as you do so, you know, then you also have to, you know, awaken that true self. And this is what we're all doing. That's what we're all doing. All of us who are alive, and this is us being in touch with the original spirit that we are. And as you do that, and this is how you transcend this reality. And I'm going to leave you with these kind words, man. Anyways, nothing but love. Hey, as it was given to me, so now I'm giving it to you right back at you, baby. I've been given so much love and received so much love from the heavens. It's only right, you know what I'm saying, that I give it right back to you, man. And always know I got to leave you with some word of wisdom. Word for the wise. Do you understand? Things that you got to keep with you at all times. If you false to yourself, you will never be true to somebody else. And if you're true to you, you will never be false to nobody else. For you to do, you got to be. Take it with you. And what sometimes may break your heart, listen, man, it opened up your inner sight. Do you see what I'm saying? And as always, the remedy of the pain, it's in the pain. Haïtien. Blah. Malé.